My name is Hazel Morgan, 35 years old, and I had just finished a grueling 10-hour drive from Tucson to Denver. In my hands, I clutched a small velvet box containing our family's heirloom jewelry, my mother's sapphire necklace and earrings, meant as a wedding gift for my sister's big day. I'd poured my savings into her dream wedding. The dress, the venue, the entire extravagant affair. My hands trembled with excitement as I pulled into the hotel parking lot, imagining the look on her face when I presented the gift. We used to be inseparable as children, whispering secrets under the stars and promising we'd always have each other's backs. But lately, something had changed. Her calls had become shorter, her messages colder. I brushed the unease aside, parked my car, and dialed her number. I was ready to join the engagement dinner. Her voice came through the phone, sharp and dismissive. "Oh, we had it yesterday. Just family." For a moment, I froze. I had paid for everything, yet apparently I wasn't family anymore. The hotel's neon lights blurred in my vision as the weight of betrayal sank in. I smiled tightly and turned back toward my car, the jewelry box suddenly feeling heavier in my hands. A week later, my phone lit up with her name again. "The house has no electricity, no water, not even Wi-Fi," she pleaded. "Did you send the money?" I paused. Her words echoed in my head. What she'd done wasn't a small slight. It was a knife to my back. I wasn't sure what I'd do, but I knew one thing. I couldn't let this continue. That night in Denver, I could still see the hotel's bright lights and feel the ache in my chest. The lobby sparkled with chandeliers, and laughter spilled out from the ballroom. I tightened my grip on the velvet box and imagined my sister's face as I gave her our mother's jewelry. I had spent months wiring thousands for her wedding, her designer dress, her lavish venue, thinking I was helping her dreams come true. But as I walked toward the ballroom, I stopped short. The sign outside read, "Wilson and Carter Celebration." My breath caught. I pulled out my phone, my fingers trembling. "I'm at the hotel," I said softly. "Where's your dinner?" Her voice on the other end was cold and detached. "Oh, we had it yesterday. Just family." The words cut through me. I stood frozen. The phone pressed to my ears, the sound of music and laughter faded away. I could barely breathe. "Yesterday?" I whispered. "I drove 10 hours. I paid for everything." She sighed as if I were an inconvenience. It was just close family. "You understand?" But I didn't. I had drained my savings for her, and now I wasn't even part of the family she spoke of. My chest burned with humiliation. Inside the ballroom, guests in glittering dresses laughed and danced. I imagined how I thought the night would go, her hugging me, thanking me for everything. Instead, she had erased me completely. I asked a hotel staff member if there was a Morgan event booked. He checked his tablet and shook his head. "Just the Wilson party tonight, ma'am." That confirmed it. She had deliberately excluded me. I walked back to my car, the jewelry box clutched tightly, every step heavier than the last. My trust, my love, and my money, all taken for granted. Back home in Tucson, I opened my laptop and logged into the joint bank account we'd set up for her wedding. The balance was nearly zero. My heart pounded as I scrolled through the transactions. Thousands spent on a designer dress, a rooftop venue, catering, but also spa retreats, luxury handbags, and flights to Miami. None of these were wedding expenses. She had used me to fund her lifestyle. I went through months of statements, designer sunglasses, expensive dinners, personal stylists. My savings had become her playground. Every receipt told a new lie. The florist deposit was actually a watch. The event decor was a leather jacket. I felt sick. My sister had not only stolen my money, she had shattered my trust. Then, a new charge appeared. Another luxury purchase declined for insufficient funds. Even after all this, she was still trying to spend. I froze the account immediately. Calling her would only give her a chance to twist the truth. This time I had to be smart. I wasn't going to be her victim anymore. A few days later, my Aunt Judith called. Her voice was urgent. "Hazel, your sister's in serious trouble," she said. Judith, a retired financial advisor, never called without reason. She sank a fortune into a failing bar in Denver, borrowed over $100,000 from shady investors. "If she doesn't pay soon, she'll lose everything." I went silent. Ivy had never mentioned a bar. I had thought all the money went into her wedding, not some doomed business. Judith explained how Ivy had been pretending to live a glamorous life while drowning in debt. "She's been using your money to cover her tracks," Judith said. The anger that had cooled in my chest reignited. My sister hadn't just lied. She had built her entire life on my sacrifices. I asked about her daughter, Chloe. Sweet, innocent Chloe, only 4 years old. Judith's voice softened. I know you love that little girl, but don't let Ivy drag you down with her. I hung up, torn between fury and heartbreak. Chloe didn't deserve this, but I couldn't keep saving Ivy from her own destruction. A week later, Ivy called, frantic. The house has no electricity or water, she cried. They're shutting everything off. Please, Hazel, help me. But I had already closed the account. What happened, Ivy? I asked coolly. She rambled excuses, her panic rising. I thought you'd sent the money like always, she said. Please, just one more time. Her words used to make me cave, but not anymore. I remembered her cold voice in Denver. Just family. The irony burned. Only for family, I said evenly. You made it clear I'm not that. For the first time, she was silent. I hung up, shaking, not from guilt but relief. For once, I had drawn a line she couldn't cross. But then I thought of Chloe. That little girl didn't deserve to sit in the dark because of her mother's mistakes. My chest ached with conflict. I wanted to protect her without enabling Ivy again. The next day, my phone exploded with notifications. Ivy had posted on social media, accusing me of turning my back on her and her daughter. My sister doesn't care about family, she wrote, painting herself as the victim. The comments poured in, people calling me heartless. No one knew the truth, that I'd already given her over $35,000. I wanted to defend myself, but stopped. Fighting online wouldn't fix anything. Then came a knock on my door. It was Andrew, Ivy's husband. He looked exhausted, defeated. Hazel, he said quietly, I owe you. Thank you for everything you did for our wedding. I'm sorry for how she's treated you. He explained how Ivy's debts and lies had buried them. I didn't even know you paid for the wedding, he admitted. She told me we covered it ourselves. His voice broke as he mentioned Chloe. She doesn't understand why the lights keep going out. I'm trying, but it's hard. I poured him coffee, my anger melting into sympathy. Andrew wasn't like Ivy. He was just another casualty of her deceit. I can't keep bailing her out, I told him. But I'll help Chloe, and you, if you're willing to rebuild. The next morning, I opened my safe. Inside, the family heirloom sparkled in the light. The sapphire necklace that once symbolized unity and love. I realized that protecting it wasn't just about jewelry. It was about preserving the last piece of integrity left in our family. I texted Andrew. I'll help with Chloe's school fees, clothes, and food. And I know someone hiring in Denver who might have work for you. But Ivy gets nothing. He replied almost instantly. Thank you, Hazel. I don't know what to say. For the first time in months, I felt peace. I wasn't abandoning family. I was redefining it. I would protect the innocent, not the manipulative. Ivy had taken enough from me. Now, it was my turn to reclaim what she couldn't steal. My strength, my self-respect, and my freedom.